Hi, I'm Hiren, Product Manager at Firebolt, and today in FireEdge series, I will be talking about primary index. Primary index is one of the optimizations which enables Firebolt to respond in sub-milliseconds. So, what is primary index? You can think about it as a structural organization of data for efficient data retrieval. Unlike traditional data warehousing solution where primary index is tied to a primary key column, in case of Firebolt, any column or combination of the column in your table can be part of primary index. This gives you flexibility in catering your indexing strategy to your query usage pattern. Now that we cover what is primary index, next step for us is to know how it works under the hood in case of Firebolt. So I will draw a demonstration first and then we will go over what it means. As you can see in this demonstration, the data inside each table is divided into small manageable chunks called tablets. Each tablet is 3 GB in size, and data in tablet is sorted by primary key index column. In this case, column 1 is a primary index key column, so data is sorted on that specific column. With each tablet, there is an associated index file. Firebolt uses sparse index strategy for indexing the data. What it means is instead of recording single entry per each record associated in the table in the index file, it only records one entry for group of records. So let's say if this tablet had 8,000 records and we are recording one entry per 1,000 records inside it, the index file will associated with that this tablet will only contain 8 entries. This helps in tablet level pruning during query execution without increasing or bloating the size of the index itself. It is a perfect balance between the speed and storage efficiency tailored towards modern big data analytics. To learn more about the primary index is managed and updated during data insertion, updates, or deletion, check out my blog on primary index. You will find a link in the comments below. So now that you know what is primary index and how it works under the hood, the next is let's look at it in action. So next I will demo it and show how efficient we get with primary index and without primary index. Imagine you are managing an e-commerce platform and needs to analyze customer behavior for specific shopping scenario. Let's say this sessions might belong to user flagged for loyalty, rewards, refunds, or even fraud detection. The goal is that we want to analyze how much users are spending on different brands during their shopping sessions. This type of analysis is vital, understanding customer preferences, optimizing inventory, fraud detection, so on and so forth. Running such a query efficiently becomes critical when working with large datasets. For instance, in this case, e-commerce table contains over 411 million rows. Querying it without optimization can be slow and resource intensive. I have created for this demo two tables with same data, e-commerce and e-commerce index 2. E-commerce data table is without any indexing and e-commerce index 2 table is with indexing. I will run query to just count the rows in both of these tables. As you can see, both of them has 411 million records. To understand performance difference, first I will execute the query on e-commerce table without a primary index for those sessions, and then I will execute the same query on the table which was built with primary index. I will also disable the result reuse and sub-result reuse feature so that we are not answering the queries from the cache. So let's go and execute all the queries. As you can see, this query took about 1 second to execute it. Now let's execute the same query on a table with a primary index. As you can see that like query with primary index got answered in 0.07 seconds versus without primary index took almost 0.97 seconds. It's almost like 14 times better with primary index. Now that we know how primary index help run query faster, it would be good to know how we create primary index in first place. To create primary index, you can do that when you are creating a table itself by using primary index clause and specify the columns on which you want to create a primary index. Or you can also add or update a primary index later on using alter table syntax. Today I showed you how primary index works in Firebolt. Next step for you is to go try it out yourself in Firebolt with $200 credit which we provided. Thank you for watching this video.